We just pulled into the port of Norfolk, Virginia, and I'm looking at the battleship Wisconsin from World War II from our ship. And this port is evidently the largest naval port in the world. And sort of see, looking back on our ship, we're right in the middle of it. We're going to take a tour of the harbor shortly, and then we're going to visit the battleship. We're standing in front of the battleship Wisconsin, and our ship is right on the back. You can sort of see it in the back to the left. And we're going to take a harbor tour first, and then we're going to come back and walk around the inside and top deck of this World War II vessel.
Even to the left over here is the museum that we're going to go.
And there's a museum that leads into the battleship called the Nauticus.
Search the world for treasure, learn science, technology. Where can you begin to make your dreams all come true on the land?
We're heading into, well, we're in Norfolk Harbor, and that's downtown Norfolk right ahead of us. Eleanor is over there in a corner.
Beyond the shipyard far right is the eastern branch of the Elizabeth River. Spanning across the eastern branch is the Berkeley Bridge, which is part of Interstate 264. It connects to the downtown tunnel, which passes below the southern branch, which is back behind us now.
What can you learn to fly, play in sports or skin dive, study oceanography? Sign up for the big band or sit in the grandstand when your team and others meet. In the Navy, yes, you can sail the seven seas. In the Navy, yes, you can put your mind at ease. In the Navy, come on now, people, make a stand. In the Navy, can't you see we need a hand? In the Navy, come on, protect the motherland. In the Navy, come on and join your fellow man.
We'll see one carrier out here today. Coming up on our right at the north side of Pier 11 is the newest carrier in the Navy's fleet, number 78, USS Gerald R. Ford, first of the Navy's new Ford-class super aircraft carriers constructed. Now, this term super carrier identifies any aircraft carrier that has a length of over 1,000 feet. The actual length of the Ford is 1,092 feet, and the widest part of that ship is up on her flight deck at 256.5 feet wide. A lot of action takes place on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier. In fact, being a crew member on the flight deck is actually rated in the top 5 most deadly jobs in the world. With the Ford side at sea, she'll carry an average of 85 aircraft on board, but can carry about 110 aircraft depending on the type and size of the aircraft. Assisting airplanes in taking off from the ship and into the air, there are 4 electromagnetic catapults that will launch airplanes at speeds of up to 165 miles per hour.
can sail the seven seas. In the Navy. Yes, you can put your mind at ease. In the Navy. Come on, people, and make a stand. In the Navy. Can't you see we need a hand? In the Navy. Come on, protect the motherland. In the Navy. Come on and join your fellow man. In the Navy. Come on, people, and make a stand. In the Navy. In the Navy. In the Navy. In the Navy. They want you. They want you. They want you as a new recruit. Who, me? They want you. They want you. They want you as a new recruit. But I'm afraid of water. Hey, look, man. I get seasick even watching it on the TV. They want you. Oh, my goodness. They want you. What am I going to do in a submarine?
We just entered the Wisconsin. This is the second officer's stateroom, and I guess we're walking down a hallway. We don't know where it goes, and we'll go down. They evidently have 3 levels that you are allowed to go on,
Oh, very cool.
and it just goes on and on.
You. They want you. In the Navy. They want you. Oceanography, what? They want you. In the Navy. They want you.
We just entered the engine room, and I guess we're going to head down in this direction, and it's all sorts of gadgets on the walls. Yeah. And you really got to be careful here. We are not Navy people, but there's these bulkheads and things you got to step over, and really easy to crack your head on something.
Want you. In the Navy. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. In the Navy. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. In the Navy. Aye, aye, sir. Where can you find pleasure? Search the world for treasure. Learn science, technology. Where can you begin to make your dreams all come true? On the land or on the sea. Where can you learn to fly, play in sports or skin dive? Study oceanography. Sign up for the big band or sit in the grandstand when your team and others meet. In the Navy. Yes, you can sail the seven seas. In the Navy. Yes, you can put your mind at ease. In the Navy. Come on, people, and make a stand. In the Navy. Can't you see we need a hand? In the Navy. Come protect the motherland. In the Navy.
Now we're now the second level down from the deck. And this was the level below us was the engine room and the medical facilities. This seems more like sleeping quarters in this area. It looks like a shower in here.
Come on and join your fellow man. In the Navy. Come on, people, and make a stand. In the Navy. 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 Yes, you can sail the seven seas. In the Navy. Yes, you can put your mind at ease.
I guess this is the Navy version of the buffet, the chow line. I guess this is the dining room, mess hall. It is quite large. We just came out of the two decks below on the Wisconsin, and there's our ship right next door, very conveniently parked next to this attraction. And we're in the back of the Wisconsin right now, and I guess they had 6 guns in the front, 16 inchers, and I guess they got 3 in the back.
Yes, you can sail the 7 seas. In the Navy. Yes, you can put your mind at ease. In the Navy. Come on now, people, make a stand. In the Navy. Can't you see we need a hand?
On the sides of the ship, there are smaller guns that are placed around the ship in different places. And as we go forward, the 16-inch guns are 6 of them up ahead. So those are 6, and then there's 3.
Right at those buildings.
Yeah, and there's 3 of them in the back. So there's 9 16-inch guns on the ship.
Come on, protect the motherland. In the Navy. Come on and join your fellow man. In the Navy. Come on, people, and make a stand. In the Navy. In the Navy. In the Navy.
This is the firing room for the 6 guns, or the 3 guns we see out in front here.
Inside, the elevator travels up.
They have a little video going on describing the operation.
Okay, once again, we're down on 5th deck. Now we'll
And
stop with at least one Michelle class.
look through here, and you can sort of see loading mechanisms for some of the guns. Some of the on the top there, I think they're powder canisters. We just arrived Newport, Rhode Island, and we're going to have to tender in, so we're out about a mile from the shore. That's Fort Adams State Park straight ahead, and downtown Newport is off to the left in this direction. And the tenders are down, right down there, getting ready to take passengers off. This is the main hall of the breakers. I mean, everything is over the top, decorated.
swinging both our hands in Rhode Island, Rhode Island.
We're going to walk a short segment of the cliff walk. There's some restricted entry and exit points, so we sort of have to be careful, otherwise you have to walk most of the cliff walk, which we don't want to do.
Now we will go gleaming into tomorrow. I'm leaning.
Well, Eleanor's looking for stones, and usually puts the name of the place we got them at. And this was a little rugged right here. We had to walk across jetty type stones, but a beautiful view though, impressive.
Into tomorrow, from Rhode Island cradled on the waves. I don't want to tell you sad news. I don't want to let you down. We drive away, we don't know.
We were on Bowen's Wharf in Newport. This is where we just had a lobster roll, delicious. I guess is sort of what you expect. And it's right on the water. I guess Narragansett Bay. And boats all over the place. What a beautiful day today in the middle of May. I think it's May 14th or so. Super day.
Of December 16, 1773. Now, my name is Mr. Moses Grant, at your service. And friends, I must admit, the last thing I expected to be doing here tonight was leading a meeting of 5,000 very angry Bostonians. If any of you have been over to the Crown and Cushion, that is my upholstery shop if you're just visiting town, I do want to apologise for my recent absence. See, after the arrival of this tea-ship at Dartmouth, I, along with 24 others, did volunteer to stand guard upon Griffin's Wharf and prevent the offloading of her tea. Because I cannot condone nor participate in some of the more violent actions of my fellow sons of liberty, but I do firmly believe in standing up and doing your part peacefully, whatever part that might be. Because friends, there's no denying, we've been facing quite a lot over the past few years. From the Stamp and their riots, to the towns and duties and their boycotts, and not to mention 2,000 redcoat soldiers sent to occupy our shores to make sure we comply with Parliament's latest acts. So as I stood on the wharf guarding this tea, this next tool that they would use to strip us of our rights, I couldn't help but think of my family at home. See, not but 2 weeks ago, I was recently remarried to Miss Sarah Pierce, now Miss Sarah Grant. Someone might be happy for me, but she's been at home with my daughter, while I've been shivering upon the wharf, wishing I was with them instead. I felt then that I couldn't help but feel afraid, yes, but also rather angry. You see, my father before me, he was an Englishman. I'm still very proud to consider myself an Englishman. So how can I be expected to just stand by when we're all being stripped of our God-given rights? And so friends, that's what brings me here, to discuss equality, liberty, and, well, regularity. Now, I know for many of you, it is your first town meeting, and they tend to be very loud, spirited affairs. So allow me to explain how we conduct ourselves within these halls. If you hear something you agree with, or perhaps you disagree with, or perhaps you have absolutely no idea what's happening, you just want to make some noise, well, it's always a safe bet to stamp your feet on the floor. So give that a go now, yes. Also, thank you, yes. Use the wooden furniture. We'll be asking you please hit something and not someone. Now, if you hear something you agree with and you want to be more verbal, you can let it be known with a hear, hear. Hear, hear. Yes, you can also say, well said. Well said. Thank you, I thought so too. If you feel so cold, you can ball your hand into a fist, rear it back, and punch towards the heavens, giving a mighty huzzah! Huzzah! Some of you have been practicing, that's good. Would you want it to look better, so am I hip hip now, yes? Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip! We have a hang of it. Now, so
Oh, that's the name of this vessel, the yellow line. What's your colonial name that you received in the meeting house?
Oh, Joshua Wyatt.
Oh, Mr. Wyatt, will you be my boarding party leader tonight?
Possibly.
You have a very important job. The job is to stand right here and not let anyone go up the stairs until I say so. That's me. I trust you with my life, Mr. Wyatt. Huzzah! Excellent job! Great job! It's only 112. Good job, kiddo.
We're in Boston, and we're heading towards the Faneuil Market in the back. I think with the brick and the gold top. And we're in, I guess, Faneuil Market. It says Quincy Market here.
Well, Faneuil Market is all this.
Yeah, pretty interesting place. We've been walking around Boston today, and it's we just came from the Boston Tea Party Museum. Pretty interesting. In Faneuil Hall, and Michael Bradford's going to correct me when I say something wrong here. He's the one that informed us on what happened on this half of Faneuil Hall, the Great Hall. Not Faneuil. Yeah, Faneuil Hall, the Great Hall. James Otis said, I'll let you say it.
Taxation without representation is tyranny.
Is tyranny in 1764, you said. That's, 11 years before the Lexington.
No, because he's a descendant of William Bradford.
Yes. And William Bradford was like the first governor or of...
Second governor of the Plymouth colony.
Okay, son of a gun. Well, thank you very much, Michael.
You're welcome.
Okay, we are on one of the most famous spots in Boston. This is the famous Prince Street. And also let me talk about Mama Maria's first. We were here once, a number of years ago, 20, 30, mid-70s. And it was an excellent restaurant. We had some lobster sauce with macaroni, delicious. But Prince Street, there was a fellow named Anthony, and his mother yelled out to him on Prince Street for an advertisement for Prince Spaghetti in 1969. His name was Anthony Martignetti, and he evidently has been famous for his whole life for being in this commercial at that time. So this is the famous Prince Street in the north end of Boston, the Italian section. I can still hear it. Anthony!
I see the light across the bay. I see the light not far away. And I hear music all around. I'm getting close to Portland town. So mother, won't you make my bed? I see the light of Portland. I'm coming round, I'm coming home. and years since then, my heart has brought me home again. And I see the light across the bay. I see the light not far away, and I hear music all around. I'm getting close to Portland town. So mother, won't you make my bed? I see the light of Portland Head. I see.
We just left the mansion, Victoria Mansion, and we're heading back to the ship. It's kind of a drizzly, foggy day. Not too good. It's in the 50s, the temperature. It's not, and Eleanor looks pretty good. Yeah. We're in Old Town, Portland, Maine, just a block off of the port area.